Well, it's
The stream. It is.
the fate. Oh, let's see, we can grow.
You are live, yes.
Yeah, there it is.
Just about to say something.
Sasha, who's tiny, get bigger. There we go.
I'm tiny too for some reason.
That's because you're hot.
But we have the set scale button, so I can fix that. Or you can do it.
Lane. The consequences of your pants.
Consequences of my actions chasing me right now.
Like David's phrasing, the consequences of your pants. Just your pants.
Um, where where is Min?
I don't know. Where is Mint hiding?
Ah, am I missing anyone? Ah, I'm missing Kara. Yep. Oh, also, if I remember correctly, you guys let Lady go.
Yes. I believe. Should just be this point. And the consequence and his weird spinny world machine thing.
Yes. It has it is a glowing device that is spinning around and clearly gaining in power. Um, and
We're gonna have to stop that.
Yeah. I was figuring I would look into that, stopping that while you were looking into dealing with your consequence. But I'm flexible on that.
from I don't recall. I don't think that was actually acknowledged. Really, it was like, "Oh, what you talking about?" Because it was like he was like sensing a familiarity from troubling the suit.
Yeah, we literally just stopped right as the guy made his big speech, and everybody was like, "Oh,
Um, yeah. Now, do you guys need a few minutes to look over the suits?
I'll do that while you give us the big recap, because it's been a month and change.
It has.
Where are the suits looking?
The suit is in the Book of Heroes.
Okay. Oh, vehicles. All right. No, that's the ship.
Ship, though.
Book of Fate, Ancient Heroes.
It's
Oh, there I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right above the Narnia. So yes, recap, please.
Righto. Right. Oh. I was focused on that, so I actually bring up the plot. Has been. At least I don't have a plot because the plot confuses. Well, okay. Here's a very brief general recap. um, Modified nethicite was being used in the Umber Republic, scattering about to collect energy. There was also a massive energy collection event um, after the reclamation of the crystal and the fall of Grayson. Your investigations took you to a town with with an Nethicite spire, where you encountered um, Onosli and tracked her to the hideaway where the modified Nethicite was being produced. Um, After a bit of fighting, you guys were able to capture Lady Mystaria, um, whom um, was working with a individual whom I believe you guys were believing as a black robe at the time, given what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And and through that connection with Lady Mystaria, I am shipping over some things just for sake of time. If you guys have more questions, feel free to ask. Um, you guys eventually found the uncovered city. It was not uncovered before. Um, having been delayed by thwarting a large front for a fall event, of which there's now only scattered bits of fall occurring, of which the city is now shielded thanks to the blood of Tarbalin. But yeah. Anyway, so finding this guy, whom is the brother of the quest giver, and was presumed lost. You found here in a dark there. Do I say it? Possibly even black robe.
Hmm.
As Yeah, if you scroll up, yeah, you'll see the what he's wearing over that was very kind of like, darkened. Um, and has sensed something very familiar um about Tarvalane, unbeknownst to him. Because Tarvalane. He clearly has had time between
Get your bed.
fighting the fall and reinforcing the city, which won Lady Mysteria over to an extent, given her history. Um, he's now undergoing his plan, which, from what I recall from what he stated, was to essentially essentially to kind of remake the world using using the um what he's doing here with the spinny thing, uh to work with the back roads to essentially utilize chaos to reshape the world. Whatever's going on here, which is clearly something powering up, um is a piece to the um um to an extent the council's plan and this guy's plan in particular. He hasn't gone into detail as to what this thing is powering, just that it is a key piece, and you guys are quote unquote too late because it's already in the process of turning. Okay, I realize that was rather quick um, for a for the month of stuff. Do you guys have any particular questions?
Reshape the world, new machine, dude, feel power, connection to Arbor Lane, black ropes, funding the whole thing. No, I think I'm good. And this is connected to the power drain that was happening back in the city. Presumably, the power drain is what's powering this.
Yeah, there were multiple. Yeah, there was multiple like power things going on that was transferring to here. Okay. Um, okay. Arbelane, do you have any questions?
I do not know.
Okay. I need to roll other people's initiative because they get turns too. I don't even get to roll the full event anymore. um, other games. Windows, stop bothering me. And before I actually start things, I want to say to everyone out there, floating as fireflies in the mist, welcome back to Final Fantasy. It's gonna be a little bit action packed before we get back to not action packed things, and we'll eventually roller coaster to various other events as we continue on towards the conclusion of the campaign, which on paper is very close.
All right.
Okay.
Arbor Lane might want to roll initiative.
Keep in mind, if you want, you could try to derail him by unveiling parentage. Not. It all depends on what Tarblane would like to do.
It all. Wait, hold on. What did you just say? I can derail it by revealing parentage.
You could try to derail it by revealing parentage.
If that,
I did consider. I did consider that. But I don't know for certain that he's my son.
from what I recall from last time, I described it as there's a familiar resemblance. Like for instance, his feathering pattern is disturbingly close to your own, as a for instance.
The odds were strongly in your favor, oh gambler.
Like, I mean, I get that. Obviously I would bet on it for sure. Like, not something I would bet against.
Especially since there's in theory only one other angel, and I think we know if Kami had a baby, or at least you'd know.
Well,
uh,
to be clear, this person is not like 100% angel.
Well, no, I'm just saying, in terms of progeniting them.
Yeah.
There's only two choices, and one of them was off the board for a long time. Ah.
Okay.
So yeah, we just need Tarbalane to roll some initiative.
Oh, we're waiting on me to roll initiative.
Yes.
My bad. Let's use that one. Yep, this dice it's fixed. In my Sunday game, it's the dice that killed me.
I mean, it might do better here. Maybe it likes Tarbalane better.
To be fair, it's out of Tarbalane's box. These dice were set aside originally for Tarbalane. They have poker chips in the box. So
I believe they were rolling 20s earlier.
They definitely enjoy both of my gamblers. Total of 16 on the dice. Where's my 8.2? So that's 24.2. Exactly the same as Kit Kat. Do you remember that time that
Oh, look, you got the same as Sasha.
Yep.
Right.
People have any questions about these suits they are wearing? But keep in mind that the suits are old. I believe I described them as having lots of wear and tear on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They still have all their stats. Just wanted to point that out for reasons.
Interesting that a mech suit has intelligence. I mean, it implies there's an AI or something on board.
Sorry, that's because they were they're originally constructed as like NPC things. So
Okay,
their intelligence would be your intelligence because you're the pilot, not them.
Okay, so the mental stats are that of the pilot.
If you read about the Adolic Link, essentially your magical items kind of carry over.
Yeah.
In addition, if your proficiency is higher than the unit's proficiency, it matches your proficiency.
Which ours is because it looks like it only has +4. Yeah, +4 proficiency, so we have a higher proficiency.
So if you have the higher proficiency, just make sure to add that difference to the hit rolls and stuff. So it should be matching your hit rolls essentially.
All right. Like Ro has initiative. Normally, Ro's instinct would be jump head first into the problem, but given the nature of the problem, I feel like Tarbalane might want to just take a moment to figure out how he wants to handle the problem. So I'm going to defer to his judgment, at least for this round, while he figures out how to deal with Angel Boy. I'm going to focus on the machine.
Okay. Keep in mind, the machine is being a whirligig. If you are of person size, you can stand underneath the whirligig stuff.
Now, currently, just my token size, because apparently, well, in the mech suit, I count as a large. That said, I don't know. Do I need to make a Arcana or something to figure out what I'm looking at with this machine to get ideas on what to do with it? Would that be my investigation? I mean, obviously, just wailing on it is an option, but
Given what it
given Ro's
is,
passive deductives and everything, I imagine he'd have a few other options potentially.
Arcana would be better, but investigation would work as a good second.
I know his investigation is obscene.
You keep in mind this is clearly a pre-calamity thing, so the difficulties are going to be high.
Yeah. So Arcana, in theory, has a lower difficulty, or is just more appropriate.
It's more appropriate given that this is a magical device. However, because you're also deducing, investigation can also work.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to go with investigation because that's at plus 15 versus plus 9.
Okay.
Well, sadly, the machine is not a person, so I do not get advantage. But I can spend a hit die to get advantage. I'll do that. Power. Good thing I did, because that was a crap roll for me. All right.
A 24.
Oh, okay. I had exhaustion, so I had to roll flat. But thankfully the die that rolled high was my normal die, so we're good.
Okay.
Forgot I have 3 exhaustion from the fall and everything.
Yeah. See, being an Ember's job is not necessarily easy, even if you are elite.
Yep. First class, non-union.
Okay, looking at this device, obviously it's some sort of power generator that is plain given by all the context clues. Judging by how the connection, how it's connected, how the kind of mist is not just kind of being swirled around, but also being taken in by the orbs. You do notice something that would have probably gone amiss by normal people, being solely focused on the whirly gig. Looking at the floor, you see that there's a bit of design in the floor that seems to be helping with the power, but even looking beyond that, you are noticing that there are seams, or rather patterns in the grounds and walls that you are able to deduce are seams versus just decoration and aesthetics. And there is the very slight glow of power coming through those cracks as the machine powers up powers up more. Well, obviously, you said bashing it would be a way to go. You can, if you have something that can draw magic or disrupt magic, you figure that would forestall what it's doing. It would effectively affect the power up counter. But not necessarily stop it. A kind of anti-magic field you feel would definitely put this thing at a standstill versus just kind of affecting its its charge time. You feel you would need to affect the orbs themselves in order to stop it. That being said, going back to those themes I mentioned that your keen investigative senses showed you, this room and perhaps even an entire unseen section past the walls is more than it appears to be. You are under the impression that that at the very least the room you're in is something that can detach and very likely will if this thing powers. You also are aware that that part of the circle here is also in part a glyph slash magic circle to know exactly what you need to either cast Identify or roll Arcana. But you do realize that this entire room in and of itself is a complex magical circle that will, with sufficient magic power, have an effect happen. So just to quickly recap, room may detach if this thing reaches power. Using Dispel or Anti-Magic will slow or stop the draw of power. And manipulating the energy of the orbs themselves. So in other words, going to the really part of the orbs and using Arcana on them. It could be used to shut the procedure down, though that is clearly a multi-stage thing.
Yeah. All right, and then there's the glyph on the floor that may or may not be helpful, depending on what that does.
Yeah, it is etched into the floor. So in order to disrupt that, you would need to actually destroy the floor, though the floor is made out of incredibly hardy material.
Lava.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
All right.
I was like, the floor is lava.
That
did the investigation count as my action, or was that a,
given that we have started the counter, that does count as the primary action. Do you have any bonus actions?
Because I'm a red mage, yes.
Oh, good.
Red mage. I will use my magic red mage flare point powers to quick cast Identify as a bonus action.
Yeah, okay. Now you're not suffering a better minute sandwich. Okay, there you go.
I'm just that quick.
Okay. The glitch on the floor is not just responsible for distributing power to the larger thing it is attached to. It's I have to quote unquote be careful about the phrasing. I don't think the spell tells you what it does. It doesn't read off the blurb. The glyph will also force teleport away will force teleport everyone except a designated individual. It will also teleport the designated individual to a predetermined location within this structure.
So it's for want of a better way of phrasing it, it's a trap to potentially get him to force us away from him to prevent us from fucking with his device.
Not specifically. It is a standard operational thing for what this is.
Oh, it's part of the device. Okay, it's not something they put down to protect the device. It's part of the device.
Yeah, no. No.
So it's probably connected to their whole world shaping thing.
Yeah. Now, to be clear, what he's doing here is a key piece in that, not the world shaping itself.
Mhm.
Because the rest of the council is clearly interested in getting to chaos, while he's interested in using chaos for people.
So teleportation circle, which may or may be an issue to us. World shaping. This is part of the world shaping device, and taking this out will prevent them from doing whatever world shaping plot they're doing. But it is not part of the. It is not the entire device. All right.
Yeah. To be clear, the force teleport won't trap you. It'll
move you to somewhere else. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I just meant trap in terms of buying time by sending us away, but to somewhere else in this building. So, as I recall, this is the entire building. So that basically just means we get into another room, which, while annoying, not overcomable.
More specifically, you are teleported to a location outside of the purview of what this is connected to.
Okay.
So, well, this is entirely accurate. It would quote unquote teleport you outside the town.
All right. I believe that's my turn.
It is extremely powerful, by the way. Read no save because it's a venue shift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I.e., when you hit the boss enough, and the boss decides it wants to do a form change, it'll also do a venue change.
Okay. Just seeing one here. Well, guess we're back to this. That is kind of more as a defensive thing. You'll see that you're kind of analyzing what's going on. Also, I hope you guys find the movement notes on the unit interesting.
Yeah, that 0G part especially.
Okay. Dasha moves over to the side. Looks like he's trying to use the whirligig as a bit of cover while keeping his eye on let's say. Right now he has his sword out, or rather the suit mimicking of a sword. It'll be arcing electricity around it. He has taken a kind of countering stance in case the guy decides to get near him. He also does say, bro, is there anything I can do to help you out? Hopefully you found something interesting.
Well, the simplest would be if we can use our magical knowledge to retune those orbs. I don't know if any of your tomb raiding experience has put you in a similar thing, situation where you've had to retune magicites, materia.
I've had to complete, for lack of a better term, a few magicite puzzles before.
All right. Give them the technical So what I in theory just intuited.
Well, there's a lot of big words for you.
They are, yes.
Okay,
I did study this stuff. I just wasn't any good at it. I do know the terminology.
I'll get to it then. If anything, I guess keep them off my back.
Yeah, we can keep you covered.
Do you really think you have the knowledge to even interfere with what I'm doing here?
Knowledge, no. Gumption, yes.
Yeah,
We learned a long time ago. Enough determined individuals put their mind to it, we can accomplish anything.
fair. And so can the mindset of a singular person. In my case, I'll see. I'll see just how far uh my heritage can go. Troubling.
Tarbalane is like going to look over at him and be like, "What do you know of your heritage?"
I know that it's far more far more potent than say that of the muddled Azamar. That's just a comment to Azamar specifically, not broadly, not Omarosan specific. Though I suppose you could take it that way.
Maybe he's not mine. Maybe he's Kami's.
Possible, but
And the power in my veins allows me to connect to and understand things in ways that other people have a hard time understanding. It's as if his head will kind of tilt to the side, or shift to the side a bit as he is actually giving the words thought. It's as if I'm not just a being of magic of existence able to feel like others. It's more like I move through it and can hear the whispers of secrets and tales past. And then there's of course the Fletcher's wings. This.
Ooh, you've got wings. Fancy.
Each feather a symbol of, well, at least the line of whoever my father is. Clearly, mother did not have these.
Oh,
I would like to know.
huh.
I would. I would like to know what glorious person did have wings such as these.
At that point, Tarblane's wings will like fully pop out to their fullest extent.
Oh, yeah, the suit will be able to accommodate.
He's going to look at the robed individual and say, I don't know about you, but my wings came from the gods themselves. I was made, not born. Thousands and thousands of years ago.
Class investigation is not as high as Rose, but still very high. Okay. His eyes will widen when he sees your wing.
I am Tarblane, the right hand of Hermes, the original cast out. And putting his hand on the crystal pistol in its holster, he's going to say, one of the heroes of light. I have a duty to protect this world. Your wing pattern looks awful familiar. And I know for a fact that I have been with my share of women, and there is a very good chance that you could be my own blood. I would love to explore that with you and make up for what could be potentially lost time. But there is a world at stake. And I don't know who you've thrown your hat in the ring with, but these people are dangerous. Can I make a persuasion check with that?
Yes, please.
That's going to be a 25.
Okay.
I reserve the right.
You to look.
Yeah. Tell me what you get on your dice. I don't want to know the result, just the result of the dice.
I guess you have to GM roll it and roll 20 so we don't see it.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. Just wanting to double check some things. This guy's sheet is large. You want to know what the number on the die is?
Yes.
10.
I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna send. We're not even gonna roll that luck die.
Hey, looking at your wings, looking at the pistol, taking in the information, you'll see his eyes widen. It's unfortunate then I didn't know you earlier, but I can still thank you for what you've given me. These abilities, these insights, this this connection with, at least in some, at least in some small way, is clearly connected to the lost divine, would certainly explain my finesse with magicite, or as you know, the gods were masters of creation. But that also means, assuming you're telling the truth, if you are Arbelane and make a religion roll. Oh shit! Oh, well then. Okay, you rolled a 20.
Oh,
Read all the Arbelane books apparently. Um,
I just imagine he read all the books trying to figure out who his daddy was.
yeah.
Any book he could get his hand on.
Um. Anyway, but if you are truly Arbelane, then you even more than me know what's been lost. You know what um when what Mystaria had had experienced during the calamity and the chaos before. You said you have to defend this world from a certain point of view. Isn't that what I'm doing?
No, no. You are playing with stuff you don't understand. Which is what caused us to have, which is what caused the world to end up in the way that it did.
But you've been touched by the gods, and through you, so have I. But we don't have the loftiness that they did. We won't make the same errors.
No, no. One, you aren't the leader. You aren't in charge. Correct? Just as I am not a leader, I am a part of a team. I wasn't built to be a leader.
The black robes, Aliora. It's a means to an end.
Hey, I get it. Trust me. If someone right now told me that I they would if I turned coke, they would make it so that my wife could live forever. I would probably want to hear them out.
Ultimately, with this, what
But
comes out of this, it can remake the world in ways the previous Heroes of Life couldn't. I could not just get you what you want. I could restore um the world you knew. More than that, bring in the best of what we have now with the familiarity that you no doubt miss.
Your allies will
You have
betray
a
you.
connection to.
Your allies will betray you.
They can try.
They're merely mortal.
Once this powers up completely, the rest of the council won't matter. Whatever is hiding behind the veil at Ender's Fall won't matter. Maybe a slight challenge if it's as powerful as the council is claiming it is, but ultimately it will fall.
OOC, Matt has forgotten how we ended up here. Like,
In this building,
yeah.
we were investigating a conspiracy that had come up where people had started smuggling nethicite into the power plants. So the city was actually losing power as opposed to creating power.
Oh, right,
And
right.
power was being sent here.
Yeah.
Ender's Fall. We've heard that before.
Ender's Fall is on the map north of the Ustrina Archipelago.
Okay.
And I believe it's been mentioned in dialogue from books.
So we have a place to go now after
Embers Fall. Did I say Ender's Fall? I meant Embers Fall.
Okay, Embers Fall. Still, place to check out after we get the last crystal, because that sounds like that's where they're congregating their stuff.
Like more specifically, I believe that's where the conflux was going to be.
Yeah. I was just confirming because that name sounded familiar, though. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. The quest giver was his sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is this guy? He's down there. Okay. Why is he so much smaller than the rest of us?
Because as a mech suit, we're in the mech suits, we're large characters right now.
Oh.
So he's a normal character.
Yeah.
Forgot we were in mech suits.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, the suit's going to accommodate that because it's mimicking your items anyway. Why not? Why not a shift to allow your wings to pop out?
What is the movement for the mech suits?
The stat block he put into your journal gives it a movement of 40.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it has fly movements.
It has 0G movement. It has 40 feet normal, 40 feet climb, and 120 feet of 0G, whatever that. Which I assume that means if we're in 0G, it has 120 feet.
Yeah, because you do have wings, the suit, in the same way that it's mimicking your equipment, will mimic your wings, so you will have your flight speed.
Oh, cool! You can fly.
Yeah, or especially it kind of pops it out and enhances the wing.
Okay, so my goal would be to move towards him, get about 10 feet away, and then take off the suit and stand in front of him.
Okay.
And then go to hug him.
Okay. Due to the size of the suit, you will be at risk of hitting the whirligigs. Given where he is and how close it sounds like you're trying to get. So,
I mean, obviously,
I'd say if
staying.
he should be able to do what he wants and not get.
Okay.
The thing's spinning; it's just not animated.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I assume that I can get out of the suit and still take my own movement. Yes.
Well, it's you. It's just like an Iron Man suit, so it's not like it has a movement. It's all
part of the thing. And normally, getting in and out of a vehicle or a mount counts as half your movement.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the case with this thing, but that's how it normally works.
This thing does not affect that particular. Also,
half your movement to get out of it.
Yeah. In this case, you represent the shifting so the suit can open up and let you out.
Yep. Now all I've got to do is hope that I don't get Han Solo'd.
He does have a very long sword. though you clearly the dialogue has been open at the very least.
Yeah. He's going Thomas is going to say, like, as he goes and opens his arms, he's going to say, we don't have to remake the world. We can remake our world without contraptions and power.
With that in line, I'm going to advance the turn.
Okay.
And seeing that this is on. Well, oh, because I'm on the wrong. There we go. Also, I have regular cursor now, not my change cursor. There. Okay. She will go and see what's going on here. There's not a truly active threat going on. It's kind of like waffling. She will sense to see if there's anything of a more spiritual, powerful nature.
Helpful ghosts, help us. Oh, wow. Apparently there's a lot of ghosts around here.
And coming down from the ceiling. So it's kind of moving
Yeah.
through the walls and stuff to uh-huh. Oh, looks over at hmm. Looks over at the, the you and there's sort of fall silent seeing that there's a moment happening. Is Ro like still actually there?
Yeah,
Is
Ro
he
has
actually
not moved
moving?
because Ro was doing the
Okay.
Ro was clocking the machine.
Okay. In which case, Mint will whisper and or really speak in a lower voice, so he's not like not distracting what's going on over there. And we'll say so you can hear Ro um that the fireflies here have been in the city um for a long while. They know that well when that um his plan from when he was explaining it to his friend. So, um, is to um, awaken something called the Arbacast, which which makes the fireflies here both nervous and filled with awe. not necessarily evil, but I suppose that if it is a thing, that would depend on who's using it. But, I will actually let you know, Ro, that with the wording and stuff that she is using, you are able to then piece together with the mention, that is kind of similar to what you guys are wearing, that um, that the seams and stuff that you're seeing all around, as if this area is more than what it seems, in part or whole, the tower you're in is a construct.
So the building is a mech suit. Okay. That they're using this whirligig to power up. Okay. Yeah, probably don't want to have to fight a building. That would.
That would suck.
There's one guy who had to fight a house once. That was. Right. His turn. Time to see how this goes.
And you said you were going in for a hug, and I only have to remember the line that you left on. It was you don't have to remake the world, I believe was the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you are closer to him, by the way, he has not lifted up his weapon to attack you. He is gripping it. It's very clear that he is feeling some kind of conflicted, at least as where you are concerned. So, like when you approach, well, he still has the blade in his hand. He's moving away slightly, so it doesn't, accidentally stab you or anything. Um. Oh no, that's that. Yes, stuff. No, not that. Those are techniques.
The fact that he's looking at his abilities is probably not
There we
good.
go. You can, since you're so close, um, you can see, now from the perspective on his, image for the me, um, that, on his, um, right, right forearm guard, is a incredibly masterfully, um, pure sphere of, um, of of magicite, clearly um, clearly something like artifact level that he's crafted. Um, it um, it's a testament to kind of what he can create versus what he can destroy.
Hmm.
But he is looking at you. He's not attacking you. Um, he does, however, momentary glance over, like with his eyes, not with his head, to see where your allies are. Notice that they have not, um, aside from Zossard, who hasn't done anything particularly offensive, hasn't hasn't moved forward, and his attention goes back to you, Armeline.
Yeah.
Don't you want anything that you must have lost. I've read I've read the books as you said you were so close to Hermes and the others, and if if I don't do this, how won't I not be striving for my potential? Which he he looks at your wings for a moment, which is clearly beyond others.
He flatters me so much.
Besides, if I were to stop now, I would um I would be breaking my promise to Mistara or Mistaria. Is that something he'll flex his wings to be, arced forward, partially around them, clearly to have them be in sight, more in sight versus underneath the outer robe. Is that what we do? Do we break promises?
We do the right thing. Sometimes breaking a promise is the right thing if the promise was the wrong thing.
So is restoring what she has lost not right? You, for what you said, want to give your current wife.
She's been my wife the whole she's been my wife the whole time, even probably when I was with your mother. But it's a complicated thing. Marriage isn't what uh, we can discuss it after.
My more to my point, his expression does kind of shift clearly. He caught the what you said, but there's so much stuff going on in his head that like he's not entirely focusing on it. So there was a moment of what does that mean?
Circle back to that.
Uh, but that would also explain why he was just him with his mom. Well, and his sister, but that doesn't really, what I mean. Anyway, it's that that aside, would you break your promise to her or goal for her to live her life with you if it was the um he kind of makes a hampered quotation mark given kind of all the accoutrements that he's wearing, the right thing. It There's too many similarities between you and me for me to give much credence to this being a ploy or a lie. But doesn't any father want their son to stand up for themselves? Explain this to me in a way I can rationalize not making her happy.
Why?
I expected.
He's talking about the woman, the main bad, the big bad.
Um, The her he's referring to is Lady Mystaria, which there's an indication that these two had a connection when she had mentioned that he had been able to bring her out of the effective stasis that she was in. So it's the person that was traveling you for a bit here until your deal was complete and she was allowed to go off on her own.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, um, she is she was one of the guardians of the last city, and essentially got wrapped in a kind of stasis, which he unlocked relatively soon time ago. Um, Hence her connection um to the city and kind of feeling like she failed in in her defense of quote unquote what history would call the last city. Um, and As he is pursuing a way to restore that and presumably the world into a better place. Clearly, the methodology is joining and using the Council of Black Robes and their techniques, which obviously is not good, but that's the method that he's chosen to use.
Yeah. Tarbalane will say, at the end of the day, shouldn't a father be proud of the actions that his son is taking?
Well, ideally, yes, but haven't exactly been guiding me.
And I'm here now to correct that mistake.
I've My tasks, whether you know them or not, have been great. Is that not worthy of at least some level of proudness from you? And you've clearly gone down a different path than me. It seemed to be avoiding the question of which is the greater right here.
Uh, there, the greater right is the one that doesn't involve the black robes who have slaughtered hundreds, if not thousands, of people in their quest for power over the last 1,000 years. They've destroyed temples and followers of Hermes.
Of which at least these structures I can restore and allow worshippers to.
Yeah, you can restore a structure, you can't restore a person.
No, but I'm from you proof that birth is a thing. Things can rebuild. Faith can be rebuilt and reinforced, not just for the dragons, but for Hermes, and through that the messages of the past and what was lost. And if the stories are to be believed, friend,
Hermes was
if I stop now, then I'd be throwing away all of the efforts that I put into this.
We can find another way.
And what way would that be, O hero of light?
Let's defeat the black robes first, and then we can start searching together.
Make me another persuasion roll, please. For free, of course, since it's technically still his turn.
Yeah.
Back over to you.
Oh, 17 on the dice. Total of 28. You know that I prefer. Ma'am.
4 on the die.
He can't be me.
Silvery bars. No.
That would be a thing.
Tell Daddy. Go tell Daddy, Asuka. Go get in your bed.
Oh, right. Does Kaze have the same abilities as Mazar?
Yeah, it was just a reskin. It's all the same mechanics. They see the invisible. No ninjaing past them. Well, I mean, if you do it with actual ninja skills and stealth and not just the invisibility spell, they can.
What's the range? 60 feet?
That sounds right. Effective visibility 60 feet. Yes.
Okay. Well, it will be revealing this. It is invisible, so unless you can see invisibility, um, and not a whip blade, but a sword. This is Lady Mystaria. She has materialized in probably through some form of teleportation.
Oh crap! The prisoner we let go is about to bite us in the ass.
Rule number 1. Never let the prisoner go.
Hey, you agreed with me at the time.
Oh, I know.
I can't even get a sign because, you're facing away from me.
Make them okay. Let's say if you and can I just in front of her? I'm going to move the token and shrink it. Moved. Has moved. He will, as you mentioned, offering a hug. If that posture is still on the table, he will go to hug you. There'll be sound of a sword scraping on the ground because he still has it in his hand.
Mm.
So there is a tension there, as if he is um as if he is a, pr- a as if he is kind of mentally standing at a crossroads while maintaining the while maintaining the hug. He will ask whatever this method is. Will it make her happy? will it be able to get back some of what she's lost?
Shit. Um, will it make her happy? Will it be able to get her back some of what she's lost?
Yeah. That's in reference to the guardian of the last city as the calamity was claiming its final bits while the heroes of light were enacting their last ditch efforts. In some ways, his motivation is not too dissimilar from yours at its core.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to say that I believe so, and we will give it our all as a deception.
Oh.
Because Thomas doesn't actually know if he believes so, but I have a poker face.
Cool.
Poker face, poker face.
Feel free to make that deception roll. Um, due to the kind of forces in his mind going on here, that will be at disadvantage because I don't feel that his mental state would grant him an advantage because he's kind of warring with himself right now.
He's at disadvantage, or I'm at disadvantage?
You're at disadvantage due to his current mental state because you're kind of having
Okay.
to navigate that.
So it's a 3 on the dice, and I'm going to spend a luck point. And we're going to turn that 3 into a 15 on the dice. So it's a 32.
32. Okay. Okay, that's the number. Which I suppose I can tell you that it's low. I'll give you the exact number if you'd like.
What's the exact number?
1.
Oh, he believes the shit out of me.
Okay. Um. Run. You can feel a momentary spike in his tension, which clearly his mind is racing through things along with with what you've said. Not only are you of the gods, but the hero of light, and they, if the scripture and written histories be believed, were the ones to be able to literally reshape the world last time and make the moon. Who's to say with a bit more precise direction by someone of your power and my intelligence that we couldn't use that to perform a miracle? He he still sounds a little hesitant, but you have proficiency and insight, yeah?
I believe so. No.
Okay, in which case I'll need an insight roll.
My dice are doing stupid good tonight. 25.
Okay. The hesitancy is not coming from any kind of severe doubt. There is some inherent level of skepticism because you come in saying, I'm your father, but there's enough evidence to support that. The hesitancy is more coming from essentially moving away from a sunk cost fallacy of, again, I truly believe this will work, and I'm being asked to take a leap of faith to disregard everything that I've done, and risk your plan of light, essentially. And that's kind of where kind of the hesitancy in the voice is coming from, of stepping away from that original plan of his. Um, or we'll move here in part to shield Mint, just because there's a big old opening to try to hit Mint. Oh shit, she's not doing that. It doesn't deserve that. That's made her anger. Um, Given that, okay. She is going to cast. What is that? Nice. She's going to cast guidance on Ro, bounce over to Zion. Cast guidance on him, and I was going to say do a backflip, but do a leap back to here.
Parkour. Does that leave me roll initiative in this one?
Yes, you do.
Re-roll that initiative. You can get samesies again.
Oh, we reroll initiative. Right.
Yes, we re-roll initiative.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be getting SAMCs. 8. So.
I do have the
Oh. Okay.
What is it?
I'm in.
Been in.
Okay. Say, I'm just sheet's so large. I'm just going to do a search for the term. Nope. Okay. We'll release the hug. Turn around and look at the worthy gig. The Tarbacast, which this powers, is quite possibly largest magicite combat frame in existence. I was going to use that to reach the gates to the moon and crack it to manipulate the power with it. I suppose the same power could be used to destroy it. I figure that's what the Heroes of Light would do, especially given the historical ones were able to save the world but not truly defeat chaos.
That was on the table. Why didn't they do it then?
Because I'm smarter than them. A bit of his arrogant showing for him.
Yeah.
And doesn't say anything but looks over the Tourmaline in reference to himself just having stronger a stronger connection to presumably magic and magic. He's assuming it's superior to pre-calamity people.
Hmm.
I don't think that's how the Force works, but I could be wrong.
Hey, he could be under a false belief or a true belief. It's just what he believes.
Yeah.
Now, Father, do you want me to hand this over to you and your friends, or shut it down? Either way, I won't be able to safely rejoin the populace of the Holy Republic of Rome.
Oh, I forgot we were still in the Holy Republic.
I mean, we're in some ruins out in Bumfuck, but yes.
Yeah, you're still within their territory. As far as he is concerned, if he steps away and does this, he is essentially a traitor to his people.
Yeah.
If he succeeded, well, he could easily rationalize that as being a form of heroism.
I fucked over the citizens and the city, but I did it for a good cause.
The world is better. The fuck, man? The world is better.
I mean, there's a part of me that's like, oh, well, we can get you a place to stay. Like,
Is you considering you're saying that?
no, I'm considering. There's a part of me that's like, I can send him to go work at the, tell me why I almost said the 13th labor.
You confused us with supers for a minute.
Yeah. I was like, we can send him to go work at the Den of Sin.
I could send him to go work with the other woman.
and your debauchery is complete.
Hey, I mean, he doesn't have to be with the other woman. We've got multiple locations.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Um, Thomas has children in all the major hubs.
If I God's back.
I'm sorry. I'm mentally struggling with what to do here. Obviously, he's gonna look sort of towards Roe, like with a question mark on his face. Like, should we take control or have him shut it down? Wait, no, we don't. We have the sending things, but those still require you to whisper it. Yeah.
And the message earrings require you to whisper.
You're right next to him. There's a chance he might be able to hear you if you're wanting to whisper. I need to make a roll for him.
That said, Ro can communicate and understand gesture, but that also is
Yeah.
kind of obvious that you're doing that.
Well, I will say this. Right now, Lindsay's back is to Tarvalin because the machine glanced back to him, said what he said.
Okay,
and he's now
yeah. So
looking at the
if he's
machine.
facing away from you and you don't want to risk whispering, I do speak gesture.
You do speak gesture, but I also can simply, because I know that you can just cast comprehend languages, and I can speak Celestial Pig Latin too.
But I have to take my turn to do that.
That's fair.
Or rather, I have to do that on my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with just.
I think I do. I don't think I do.
Doing the gestures for now.
Yeah, I can speak with it. I can speak all languages automatically. All right. So, given what we know, either both from the flashbacks and about how the crystals work, and what we've learned, what little we have learned about chaos, I feel like turning this thing off is probably the better move. Because if he does what he was talking about, turning it into a death ray, I feel like all that's going to do is poke a hole in the moon and possibly actually break the seal and let chaos out early, which is definitely what the Black Robes want to do. So that seems like a bad idea. Turning it over to us while powering it on still leaves all the cities and villages screwed over without power. And we have nowhere to store this thing, so it would just kind of stay here and leave itself open to getting stolen. So I feel like turning it off, at least for now, and possibly coming up with, and if we need it, we can always turn it on again later. But make sure to do it air quote properly, i.e., find a way of doing it without depowering an entire country.
Okay.
You're aware, by the way, that he's using that method because this requires a lot of power to additionalize.
Right. That's okay. What. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's why I'm saying is like we could figure out a way to do it properly, or pull a Fantastic Four and at least let the country know, hey, for the sake of saving the planet, you guys mind losing power for an hour? Some of you might have to grow a beard. I know it sucks, but
I laughed so hard at that.
For the sake of punching Galactus, we need to steal your power for a minute. Yeah, at least for the moment, safe bet seems to be turning off, at least for now. We know where it is if we need it.
Turn it off and back on again.
Right at the Invisible Woman here, which I will also alert you to. Invisible Woman behind you doesn't do something stupid. She might be chill and just be observant. I don't know, but there is an Invisible Woman behind you.
Okay, excellent. Noted. Cool. So then I will tell him I think we should shut it down for now.
All this work. He takes steps, a number of steps forward.
Hell, we might be able to turn it on by just turning off the city defenses we turned on.
PGM, that was a really good roll, though. We roll 29.
I mean, you're allowed to keep it if it's in GM mode.
Oh
It's
no,
still a
no, yeah,
realm.
yeah. That's cool. We'll go on the up on the device now. We'll reach out and start making like tracing magic circles and symbols into the air. Dasha kind of like, is this it?
I mean, if you can help him shut it down, great. But yeah, I think we seem to have resolved this.
Okay. Wallygigs. Backs away from it. I'll see what I can manage. You know, Wallygigs.
Remember the D4?
Yep. Yep. Four. Okay. Mint. Minting. Rope.
Okay. Uh, will shift my sight to Kaze so I can see the invisible people.
Okay.
What is Miss Stara doing? Maybe if I can do that on passive insight or whether I need active insight to know if she's going to be a threat.
What is your passive insight?
Disadvantage negates normal advantage, so it'd be plus 10, which means my passive insight is 25. No, I'm 27. I'm sorry, I was looking at investigation. 27.
Given insight can also let you predict the actions of someone.
Yeah.
Um
It's like, is she going to be a problem?
she is tense, feels anger and betrayal, and murderous intent towards Lindsay.
So, is this just normal pissed off? Just like feeling it, but I'm not just going to act in it, or is she about to try and stab somebody?
There is a very high probability that she is going to stab a bitch.
Guess we will. It has a movement. Pretty. There. Action to shift my senses, but I have my hasted action with which to bonus action. Here's Mark. Stara, don't you do it!
Okay.
Obviously, only the first attack matters, but that's a 15, which I'm pretty sure misses.
Okay.
And nobody needs to get hurt today. Oh, more hurt than they were.
Mm, okay. With her blade, she will carry her strike, so it'll be a resounding ting. When that happens, um, um, there,
Oh wait, no, this thing's simulating bullets. I don't have to mark off shit.
yep. Um,
Phantom bullets.
Hmm.
Metal Gear spinoff. Metal Gear, the Phantom Bullet.
um, you will see a arcing, excuse me, a arcing of energy around her arm, skin, her entire outfit. The arcing of energy trailing behind it are distorting waves of just pure pure heat as the air itself is momentarily set aflame as the arcs go past.
That's different.
Yeah, she didn't know that before.
Okay, I got no thing. Next suits me. That'll be my purple ball.
Uh, the her uh her um her outfit um goes from a more steely color for the metal bits uh to a um to a more obsidian looking form.
He was a black robe the whole time. They discovered how to change the color of their robes, guys. Everyone's a suspect. Everyone's Zartan.
Okay. I have to make an option here. There we go. The option I will take will through the obsidian there'll be shoots of a glowing fiery bluish purple.
Fish purple fire. I'm not sure I like that. That sounds dangerous.
It increases your armor class.
Gonna start shit.
Okay, I take it that is your turn.
Protect Lindsay. Oh, yeah, he introduced himself. I can say that. Yeah. And the device. Protect them both. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Torbalin.
Hello.
Maybe some stuff popped up.
Still with us, dude?
Wait, are we active? Do we glow when we because your monitor's kind of
Yeah.
wait.
Hello, that's all.
Okay, okay.
I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I don't know why you guys can't hear me.
Now we hear you.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to switch it back to the Xbox now.
There's been a buffering issue.
I could hear you guys the whole time.
Oh, okay. Isn't that
So,
awkward?
Yeah. Weird.
alrighty. I said, where is she?
By 6 o'clock.
Excellent.
You're 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Is it a whole action to get back into the mech suit?
It should be half your movement.
Yeah, it's half movement.
Half movement? Okay. I'm going to climb back over into my mech suit.
And so you whoops, player should be able to see her on the map. Character cannot. She's this token right here.
Okay.
Unless you can see invisibility, in which case.
I don't think so. Cool. And I will hold. Can you use sacrificial dodge? Isn't a thing in.
We've done it with a hero point, but I suppose if you want to take your action and reaction to be set up to do that, you could. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Yeah, what I would do in that case, I would say probably an acrobatics roll versus an attack roll to see if you can interpose yourself, as opposed to the hero point, which is just you interpose yourself. If
Okay.
you're reserving your action.
How? Okay. Yeah. I will hold my action to sacrificial dodge for the machine and uh the first attack towards a machine or the machine. Actually, no, just the first attack towards Thomas's son.
Okay.
Yeah, given it's an ancient machine, I imagine it's more durable than your kid.
Horrible. Um, let's see. Many things. Um, Carl will raise her hand and begin making gestures in to cast. Um, there's a glow um of a s- of a um of a spell circle forming underneath Mystaria, and one above. You will be able to recognize it as some variant of um of person. The Okay. Um, the um the arcing energy around her um will glance out and hit the magic circle beneath and above her. And when it hits, you know how lightning can like spread out along the sky? It's
Yeah.
like that, burning the whole person spell away. Legendary resistance.
Ah,
Congratulations, one of those has been burned.
so
Looks at you, Ro. Red turns to look at you. Well, she doesn't say anything. You clearly get the um the intent of you later. Um, the air around her, even through her invisibility, so like Tarblane can see the air do this, but not necessarily her. Um, um, the air itself burns in a fraction of a second, uh, le- leaving this strange localized burning light of air. You will immediately feel the pressure of repairing just leave. If she didn't move, it's just no longer there. It's teleport.
So a spell.
No, it's in the bone.
Fucking bitch.
Oh, it's an ability. Okay.
Her form wavers into into existence. Her blade up and at an angle to come down um in the inner part of his neck armor, so she's trying to bypass his armor. Um, she will say um as she as she is in the process of moving. You throw away your premise and your plan just um just for him, just for uncertainty, just to cast away everything that we've done together.
Uh,
Good you.
is my thing still gonna go off?
Yep, because her attack is not completed yet.
And you're still adjacent to her.
Excellent. I want to grab her sword before it comes down on him.
Well, I thought you were doing were you doing a sacrificial?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a description of a
Oh, this is-
sacrificial.
okay, that's cool. Okay. As mentioned, I will need an acrobatics roll versus the hit roll.
I am not acrobat. But again, the dice continue to bless me tonight. 22.
22. Okay, the attack roll was a 28.
Oh, I was never going to beat that.
Oh, you can actually make that
Mm-mm.
even with your luck powers.
Nope. Even with my luck powers, the max is a 25. Oh wait, I can put I'm gonna have you reroll their D20.
Aha! 15.
15 total?
Yep, 15 total.
Oh, we made that.
Okay.
Huzzah!
You grab the blade. It, well, I guess cutting into your suit as you're back in your armor.
What was that?
It cuts into the hand of your suit because you're back in the suit.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
For 12 fire, 12 psychic. Yeah.
For some reason, my hit points are not synchronized.
They're not synced.
No, I've got 131 on the pog, but 161 on my sheet.
Yeah,
You said 12 and 12.
Oh, well, it's linked
So,
to the HP. God. Okay, let me.
3,
Sort it back to
30.
HP. There we go. That was weird. Let me fix that.
wouldn't be the first time it broke.
Keep in mind this is going to the suit's HP, not your HP.
Oh,
You can use
how do I
the
keep?
bar for that. The suit has 130. Or at least that's what I did.
Getting back in the suit was helpful for you.
Yep. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna have to call it after this round, though, which I think is ending.
Yeah.
It's about 4 o'clock in the morning.
After Mashara's turn is the end of the round. So are you saying you want to
Yeah,
end the round or you want to end after her?
I want to go ahead and wrap here because another round is going to push it probably to pretty close to 5 o'clock in the morning.
In which case, as soon as
Which sucks, but this is a dramatically appropriate moment to end it. So yeah,
okay,
we definitely made progress.
that is
Yeah. We made more progress than we've made in months.
yeah.
We talked down one boss, we got a second boss, and yeah, you said we made more progress than we have in months. Very low bar.
Okay, yep. I have no problem ending it here. Zephyr has some more actions, but this moment is a good moment, so we can I just don't click the next button.
Up to you.
Because I kind of feel that him grabbing the blade and her pronouncement is a nice scene to end on. Hey, yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't take us another month to pick this up again.
True. That being said, man, that was some RP.
Yeah, yeah, that was fun. Uh, you did definitely make me think on how to really actually be able to do like what to say.
Wow, great.
So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and drop off and go to sleep.
Okay.
Sleep well. I will just
Will do.
send whoever's here to raid Sierra.
Oh, you know how to use the raid buttons
It's not that hard. It's the command is /raid.
and the user.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Johnny Internet.